Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and I do not want to take off this robe. I don't. It's like the tiniest bit chilly in here, but it's not enough for me to put the heater up, because if I move it up even 1 degree, it's gonna get too hot. So I'm just like, I don't want to take it off, but I will take it off for the video, don't worry. But today we are doing a shop my stash. So I used to do these earlier this year. I was doing like one every other weekend. And the schedule, it was just too much for me. I didn't like switching out the products every 2 weeks because sometimes I wanted to keep using the stuff and it just wasn't working out. So I'm going to start doing it now once a month. Shopping my stash at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, I'll share how the products worked out, whether I'm going to keep them or declutter them and all that. So today, we're going to shop the stash. I want to put the robe back on. Okay, I picked out all the products. Some of them I blindly pick, like I just put my hand in the drawer and pick something out. The blush drawer would not open, which tells me I need to do a declutter or like see what the heck is even in there or reorganize it. Like I kept pulling it, pulling it. I finally got it, but it's stuffed to the top. The bronzer and highlighter drawer are not that full, but the blushes, I can't stop buying blushes. Okay, I just threw on some eye primer, but I'm also going to put on the Maybelline, the glow primer thing all over my face as well. Although I'm going to do eyes first. I would just like this on to, I don't know, kind of settle. I don't know if you can see the difference there. It adds like a really radiant glow, but it doesn't have like a color to it. Although they do sell different shades of this, it doesn't have, at least the shade I got, I have the shade here light. It doesn't have a color to it where I feel like I have to cover it up with foundation. So if I wanted just like a really glowy, you know, barely there thing on my skin all day, I don't feel like I need to cover it up. It looks fine. I like it. Ooh, glowy. All right, the palettes. I picked out 2 palettes and 2 singles. The Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I haven't used this in a long time, and this palette has, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but it's never felt like my palette. Every time I see it over there where my palettes are at, I feel like I didn't blend that enough. Every time I see it over there, I just think like someone stayed here one day and left it here. Like I feel like it's not mine. I don't know, because I bought it on a whim. I didn't really want it. I bought it because everybody was using it at the time. It's right when it had come out. And I have loved it. Every time I use this, I really like it and I want to use it every day. But for some reason, it feels like I'm using someone else's palette. So I think using this for a whole month, I'll really get to know it and feel like it's mine. I also picked out the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I haven't really used this a whole lot either, although every single time I've used it, I think it's really, really good. The formula is great. This is the best Urban Decay palette This is the best palette Urban Decay has ever done. So of course they discontinued it. I don't think the Naked palettes are that good. I've purchased a few of them. I don't like them. I don't like the formula. I think it's so dry. Oh, I just sneezed. I think the formula is really dry. The shimmers are just flaky and yucky. I don't think they're very good at all. I don't get it. But this was so good. Why couldn't they keep this around and get rid of the Naked palettes? Like, you don't have to keep making the Naked palettes, you know? They were popular one time. You can just let them go and move on with something else, you know? Anyway, let's do... You know, I kind of want to use Modern Renaissance. Let's go for it. Another thing I found interesting about this palette is it does come with a brush, and I have only found this palette to work with this brush. I remember when I first got this, it didn't work with any brush that I had. I could not get this to go from the palette to the brush to my eye. It just wouldn't work. It wasn't blending, it was just sticking there, it was falling off, fallout everywhere. I just couldn't get this palette, and then I finally used the brush it came with, and it was like a whole new world opened up. So I only like this palette with this one brush. And I think I'm gonna do like these warm colors over here. I love this little shimmer here called Vermeer and Primavera. They're so beautiful. But I'm gonna kind of go around in the little brown shades and just kind of do a little something. And this little brush is really good, but this is the only palette I found that it works for. I got the Subculture palette. I know everyone hated that palette, but I don't hate it. I think it's nice. But the brush it comes with does not work with those shadows. And there's one shade in there that oxidizes really bad on my eyes. Like it looks yellow, and in like an hour it looks dark brown. But other than that, the palette did not deserve all the crap that it got. And this is like a brush. I love this kind of brush because it's soft, but it has a little scratch to it. Like it's not the softest brush in the world, and I love a brush like that because it kind of helps move the shadow around. I don't know, I just kind of enjoy that. That was the shade Raw Sienna. Let's go with a little of Golden Ochre. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Shouldn't have done that. It's okay, I already did it. I'm gonna go with Cypress Umber in the outer corner. I think I tapped all of it off. I really like the way my skin looks. You know what this reminds me of? Jay Kissa. Also, Jay Kissa like took down her YouTube channel. It's still up, like the banner is there, but all of her videos are privated. Like not one of them is up anymore. But anyway, she doesn't wear foundation. She just does like spot concealing, but she does a really glowy primer all the time, or at least she used to. And this look now with these eyes and this like glow on the skin kind of reminds me of that kind of look she does all the time. Another YouTuber who took down their channel was Hey Claire. Did you guys ever watch Claire Marshall? Claire Marshall, her channel was called Hey Claire. She had done the same thing. She deleted or privated all of her videos, but now her entire channel is gone. So if you search her, you're just gonna find her featured in other videos like that she's done, but not her channel at all. It's completely gone. Wonder why that is. Okay, that's easy. Now let's go with Primavera. Oh my gosh, so pretty. On the lid. Ooh, I like it. I like those colors paired together. I'm going to dust off any fallout, and then we'll move on with a foundation. Let's put that brush back in the palette. I'm so glad I shot my stash for this. I'm so excited to use that. Where is my cloth? I got a new micellar water. I'm trying out the Eucerin Hydrating Micellar Water. I finished up the one from Rovectin and I loved that one so much, but I saw this one, it said it was new and I had never seen it before. So far it's fine. I think it's way too expensive for like the small amount that you get. And I don't like the screw-on cap. I like the pop-open one. It's just a matter of convenience, but so far so good. I was worried that it was called hydrating, that was gonna leave a lot of residue, but it doesn't seem to do that. Okay, foundation. IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. This is the shade Light Neutral 20.5. And I really, really like this. I did pick a shade a little too light though. And I always wish I had taken it back and got the right shade, because I always have to mix it with something because it's just too light, you know? Like too light to make it work. So I'm gonna put in a couple of drops of the Neutrogena Serum Foundation. This one's just a little too dark for me. You know, another one that I never use because it's too dark for me is the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. This, you know what, I'm gonna pull this one out too, because both of those would be good to mix with this one. And I haven't used that one in a long time. I think I only used it once or twice, just because it's too dark. I did try to take it back, but I didn't remove the fallout. I didn't remove the fallout. Ah, okay, got distracted talking about my micellar water. If I don't remove that eyeshadow that fell down, it's gonna mix in with the foundation and look god awful. Okay, continuing on. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I was trying to take back that foundation, the L'Oreal one. And I don't know what it is, but the store that I work at, I can never return anything. Usually if you used your rewards and it's within 30 days and you're at the store you bought it at, they can pull up your receipt. But every single time I've ever tried to exchange something or take something back, they can't find the receipt. I don't know why. It's weird. So I just settle for keeping it. I don't want to be one of those customers, you know. I'll just keep it. Cool. And the reason I picked this, oh my gosh, I look ghostly, but it's just the way the light's coming in. It's really cloudy outside, but it looks like a good shade match in real life. Anyway, the reason I picked this is because before I shook it, it's like right here. Like I've used a lot of this, and I finished a foundation this past week. I finished one off. I couldn't believe it. And I was so happy. Like I've never felt that feeling before of actually panning something. I've never panned a whole eyeshadow. I finished a couple of powders before, but never a full foundation. And I was so excited about it. So I picked one again. Like I want to chase that feeling, you know? Now I get it. I get the project panners. I get it. Oh, I didn't pick a concealer. Okay, let me just kind of reach in here and grab one from the back. Oh, Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Coverage Concealer Fluid in the shade Light. I've had this for a very long time as well. I'm going to do something else on the under eyes though. This is the Kulfi Main Match Concealer in the shade Ice Berry. This is a concealer that I can't believe exists. It's so good. I bought this earlier this summer and I have not gone a day without using it. I have used it every single day. On my face, under my eyes, especially. I haven't touched Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector most of this year because I discovered this. It doesn't crease at all. I mean, if you overdo it, yeah, it's gonna crease, but you can use what I feel is a correct amount, like a generous amount. It doesn't settle into any fine lines at all. Doesn't crease normally where stuff does. I feel like it's self-setting. It's very moisturizing, so it's gonna feel very comfortable, especially if you have dry under eyes. It's gonna feel really, really good. And I just got like a perfect shade match. I love it. I love it so much. So even though I picked that Josie Maran one, I have to use this one. Okay, let's see. No. This smells like really, really, really bad oil. Sorry, Josie Maran. I've had that for a very long time and I've used a lot of it. I would say it's probably close to being used up, but can't chance it. NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. This is another one that's just a little too light for me and I don't use it that often because it's too light. But I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna use it for the month. It's a nice concealer. It has a really good amount of coverage. This is like a cool toned color, which is the one I have here. No idea. I have no idea. Oh, light. It's really good though. I do like it. Again, couldn't take it back and get my correct shade because I couldn't find my receipt. And I get digital receipts and I never save them. The second I see the email come in, I delete it right away. And unless I'm missing something on the Walgreens app, they don't save your receipts for you there either. Like I have not found one receipt on there unless they make it impossible to find it. That doesn't look too bad. I don't want to use this powder. I don't want to use this, but I picked it. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. It's too much. It's too mattifying and it's so powdery looking. I just don't like this. I'm not going to enjoy using this at all throughout this month. I'm going to get just a little bit. I just got whatever was in the lid. I'm kind of working it into the brush. And I'm just going to use whatever that was and put it on. That looks okay. Maybe less is more with this. Because in the past I've used this and it is god awful. I just don't like it. Okay, blast from the past here that I picked out for bronzer and I couldn't recognize the packaging. A couple of these things that I picked out, I recognized the packaging because I was picking it like without looking. This though, I couldn't figure it out. It was the Body Shop bronzing powder. Remember this? So this was the first bronzer I ever bought. I didn't know what bronzer was, but I know everyone had this. And I went to the Body Shop store at the mall and they didn't have these out on the floor anymore. And I was like, oh, do you guys have that bronzer with the honeycomb in it? And she's like, it's getting discontinued. We took it off the shelf already. So she went to the back and brought out all these Ziploc bags with the products, the testers. It was a mess. And I got one of every single color. I think they were on sale too. So that's when I got this. And I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know what bronzer was. I thought it was like blush kind of. It looked awful. I remember very specifically using an Eco Tools brush that I had, like a stippling brush. It didn't work with this. But this brought back all kinds of memories because I was like, I never figured out how to use this. I just kept it for the memories, you know? But I'm going to use it. I don't think they sell this anymore. This is the shade 4. And like I said, I did get every single color that time, even though I didn't know how to use it or really know what it was. Just the fact that it was getting discontinued, like, made me freak out. I had to get them all. And I still have them all too. Or did I get rid of the dark one? I remember the darkest one. I think I either sold that one or gave it away. Or it's just in the box in the closet. Okay, I had to delete a couple things off of my memory card. But when I got up, I looked in the mirror and this bronzer looks so nice. I feel like I'm looking very ghostly just because the way it's outside, like really cloudy, and the way the sun comes in through the clouds, it's a whole thing. But this looks awesome. I really, really like this. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I picked this out. I cannot wait to get to know this throughout this whole month. I'm gonna double check to see if that's still available because that's very sad if they discontinued it. So there are a couple of discontinued products in this video, but that's why it's Shop My Stash. These are shop your stash moments, using what you already have, not necessarily just all new stuff. So some of this you might not be able to get now, but just take it as like, go see what you already have that might be similar. So this is the Makeup Obsession Mega Honey Highlighter. If I had known that this was a Makeup Revolution brand when I bought this, I would not have bought it. I don't like that brand, nor do I support anything that they do. I've talked about this in videos before, but I don't, but I didn't know that was one of their brands. But this is a nice highlighter and I already have it, so I'm gonna use it. It's very golden. Ooh, it's gonna go nicely with this eyeshadow too. I don't know why I like to put highlighter on my eyebrow. I don't know. Ooh, golden. I love it. It's gold without being too much, you know? And it goes really nice with the eyeshadow. It got too much on this side on my brow bone. Look at that, I put too much. So blush, I pulled out the Kat Von D Crush on Blush, a little duo. I guess it's now called KVD. But this has a little highlighter in it called Gamma Ray and a blush called Nova. The highlighter is very glittery, just not my preference. But I am going to use the shade Nova. I don't know if it's going to go with this look because I'm very warm and golden. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I want to use this. It's a little... oh well, I'm doing it. I already have it on the brush. Just because this is like a mauve-y color and I have all these warm tones on. Ooh, you know what? Looks nice. Cool. Eyebrows. I did shop my stash for something. I pulled out this because I used up the NYX Stick It brow mascara. I can't stop. I love that stuff so much. Definitely a yearly favorite. So I pulled out the Got2b brow gel. I keep meaning to test this side by side with the actual hair gel that people use on their brows, and I keep forgetting to buy it. So I'm just going to use my normal stuff, the Kosas Brow Pop Brow Pencil, powder, and then I'll throw on this gel. And now that I'm pulling out this brow powder that I use every day, the IT Cosmetics Universal Taupe Powder, I have this palette here, and look how much I've used of that. Like, it's just around the edges. And I have looked up this powder and I can't find it for sale as just a single powder. But I bought the IT Cosmetics Beauty Book this year. I have been wanting to buy one of those forever. I bought someone that as a gift a few years ago. It was the first time that IT Cosmetics did it. And I always wish I kept it for myself. I loved it so much. I was like, dang, I should just keep this. And I never bought another one. I don't know why, but I finally bought the one this year, and guess what? It has this brow powder in it. I was so excited. I didn't even know about it. Oh, here it is. This is what it looks like. I know Emily Noel did a little thing on this. She said that this is the exact same one as last year's beauty book, but I've never purchased one, so that doesn't really matter to me. But I guess if you collect them year to year, it's just something to note. It's the exact same one. She said it's the same layout, like she showed them side by side. It's the same layout, same shade names, everything. I don't know about this gel now. I don't know. I got so used to the NYX one that this just seems too wet, like too much comes out. I saw someone do a video, I don't know who it was, but they were trying this out and they get the brush and like brush their brows this way with the brow gel, like back and forth like this, and just seeing her do that made me feel so gross. I can't imagine doing that. The feeling of pulling your eyebrow hairs the wrong way with the sticky gel, I don't know, not for me. And then they just look like laminated onto your face, and that's not really the look I'm going for. If you like that, that's cool, but that's not for me. And then once it dries, I'm gonna go back with some more powder, but this does take a little while to dry. So I'm gonna finish up the under eyes with the Modern Renaissance palette. I feel like some black liner. Let's do the Tarte Surfer Curl gel liner, the waterline. Cool. Let me open this up in case you're wondering what it looks like. It's from IT Cosmetics. It's called A Beauty Book, and they sell it on QVC every single year. This is what it looks like. Look how compact this is. So first section here, you get a powder, a bronzer, and 3 concealer shades. Then you get some lips, a highlighter, and a blush, and then a whole eyeshadow palette, an eye foundation, a brow powder, and a liner, and a mirror. Isn't that awesome? I'm so happy I got this. Even though it's the same as last year, that doesn't matter to me because I've never had one, but I am so happy with it. I haven't used it yet, but I just love that I have it. And I didn't shop my stash for a mascara because I can't stop using this. This is the number 7, the Full 360 Nourished Panoramic Lashes Mascara. I got this in one of those number 7 gift sets, and it is so good. I really love it. The brush is a little too big for lower lashes, so I'm going to do the Maybelline Sky High mascara on the lower lashes, and then the number 7 on the uppers. I was going to say the regular lashes. I forgot setting spray. Shoot. Okay, let me do setting spray first. I don't like doing setting spray after mascara because I feel like closing your eyes after the mascara's on, it smears everywhere. It smears everywhere, and then spraying setting spray on top of it, it just goes, it's a mess. So I'm going to use the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. This is something I keep using for a little while and then forgetting about, then using it and forgetting about it. I tried to see how full it was, and it's like still all the way up here, and I've had this for so long. Like I kept thinking it was already bad, but it's pretty full. I would say like right here. It's a really fine mist, and really good if you have put too much powder on, your face looks really flat, maybe you're too matte with no dimension. This will bring life back to your face without making it look glossy or glowy or like weird. It's just really nice. So hate that I have that mascara on already, but it'll be okay. Oh my gosh, I almost grabbed this brow glue to put on my eyelashes because it looks the same. Where's that mascara at? Oh, I don't know. They kind of look the same. All right, and that is the completed look. I love it. I love the way all these products came together. It was like a mishmash of brands and products I haven't used in so long, but I'm really excited to use these products all month. So just to recap all the products I'm going to be using for this whole month of December: the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder, 3 foundations. I got L'Oreal, the Serum Foundation, the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Skincare, and the Neutrogena Serum Foundation, just to be little mixers. Primer, I'm using the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1. Concealer, NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, 2 palettes, Urban Decay Born to Run and Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Highlighter, Makeup Obsession Mega Honey Highlighter, and then the Body Shop Bronzer. And I think that was everything. I don't think I'm missing anything. And then I'll use the Peach and Lily spray, Got To Be gel, that kind of stuff. But that is it. That is the Shop My Stash for December. These are the products I'm going to be using, and I will come back at the end of the month and let you know how they're all going. Am I still going to use them? Would I keep them and declutter them? And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.